Welcome back to another video here at Life with the Bridges. Up in this video, we take on a monumental task physically and emotionally as months and months of preparation for this one moment all boils down to this one event. As we as the Bridge family run the London Royal Parks Half Marathon to raise money for a charity that is so unbelievably special to us, and a charity in which we will forever be in debt to. And that charity is Great Ormond Street Hospital, the hospital that saved our son's life against cancer in 2023. We have been waiting for this moment to get an opportunity to finally give back. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our time. So buckle up and join us on one hell of a story about how we got to this moment. 3 years ago, we were just a normal family living a life that we'd always wished for, a married couple who had been blessed with making it to adulthood. We bought our first home and quickly added a furry new addition to the family, and we were entering the next chapter of our lives into parenthood. Then on May the 11th, 2022, our family became complete when we were blessed with the birth of our beautiful boy, named Teddy. When we became parents, we vowed to each other that life wouldn't stop. If anything, it would become better as we finally had a purpose and a reason to really make the most out of life. We had the responsibility that we had chosen to give him our all, guide and nourish him unconditionally, teach him to be kind and polite and loving to others, and protect that special something with everything we own. We vowed to each other that we wanted to show Teddy the world and bring him into a family that was happy, loving, and were ready to commit to a life of being together where we gave him absolutely everything and more. We wanted to bring him into a family where he feels safe and comforted whilst exploring so many of these amazing things the world has to offer. And ladies and gentlemen, we did exactly that. Whilst we spent the first 9 months of his life doing all of the above and having the most incredible plans and future in store, little did we know that life was going to lead us down a different path, a path that is completely unfathomable to any human, let alone as parents. A life you can't possibly ever prepare for, a life that was going to test us as individuals, husband and wife, as a family, and most importantly, as parents. A life where in days to come from this moment, your whole world and purpose in life was about to be turned upside down and shattered as you get taken into an unknown environment. An unknown person was going to enter your life and look you in the eyes and say the words, "Your son has cancer." From that moment on, no words could ever describe the feeling. Our worst nightmare possible had come true. Our whole life had stopped, and we had entered the world of hospitals and cancer, which would be gut-wrenching if it had been myself going into this situation. But to watch your child entering this new world made me feel utterly helpless. To say there were hundreds of questions going through my head would be a huge understatement. But the bottom line out of this whole situation was we were handing over control of our son to Great Ormond Street Hospital. We had no other choice but to fight with everything that we had to save our son's life. And as two parents get used to the fact that this was going to be our new temporary home, Teddy endured 3 rounds of chemotherapy and a full stem cell transplant over a 6-month period. And during that 6 months, we tirelessly worked minute by minute, hour by hour and day by day with the incredible staff, nurses and doctors to keep our son alive. Not only did Great Ormond Street Hospital give our son a second chance at life, they also housed us, taught us the ability to be able to care for our son, made us understand things that as best as we could when everything in life was so blurry, delicately had conversations with us that were so gut-wrenching that you didn't even want to exist anymore. But most importantly, taught us as 2 empty, devastated parents the ability to never give up. Without this hospital, Teddy might not be with us today, so we owe them absolutely everything and more. They supplied us with so much to try and make these clinical 4 walls of this hospital, which we were confined to whilst Teddy had his transplant, as comfortable as possible. The facilities and help they offer is truly remarkable, and the life-saving care they offer to children every day is just breathtakingly incredible. They even painted our window of our boy's little mascot Super Ted to keep us smiling through each day, which is why now is the time in which we are doing everything possible to raise as much money to give back to this hospital to allow them to continue to save children's lives on a daily basis. So although we were doing this run to salute the bravery, courage and unmatchable strength of our son, this run is a small gesture to show how thankful we are to Great Ormond Street Hospital, and for that we had to do something so special. So over to you, Kate.
Hello everyone, just a quick lunch break dog walk with Willow. I'm absolutely not a runner, so what I have done is signed up to run for Great Ormond Street in October for the Royal Parks in London half marathon. So a nice way to give back to a hospital that saved Teddy's life so that they can continue their amazing work to help give other families like us a second chance with their babies. In our loft we have a giant teddy bear, like life size, which originally I got hold of for Teddy's first birthday, which was going to be a teddy bear's picnic, but subsequently we ended up in Great Ormond Street. So what I'm saying is, if Scott enters this half marathon, I think he should give this bear a piggyback for the duration of the course, and of course that bear must have a Super Ted cape on. So yeah, what do you think? Super Ted piggyback or not? No pressure, Scott.
Anyone that knows me well enough will know I never say no to a challenge, especially when it involves my son and such an inspirational cause, so I was straight up the ladder into the loft in search for a ginormous bear, and somehow I needed a way to attach it to my back. I found an old backpack and located the bear, and then I took it to my magician of a mother who was ready to do a work of art with this backpack, a bear and a sewing machine, and make it something we can be so incredibly proud to wear, something that represents bravery, courage, strength, and all the many other incredible characteristics these phenomenal children show on a day-to-day basis as they're fighting these life-threatening diseases. But we wanted it to inevitably scream to the highest mountain how unbelievably proud we are of our son. So we made our very own Super Ted mascot. With our tickets booked and our mascots made, we had some preparation to do. Behind the scenes, myself and Katie, between our jobs and care for Teddy, were training really hard to be able to take on this challenge. We wanted to show our son that we could be as brave as him, that we could rise to the top and push through hard times, that physical battles can be won in the mind as long as you're willing to get out your comfort zone, and that when you do get out your comfort zone, times do get hard, especially when you lose control of your mind. It can take over your whole body. But like our son Teddy and all the other amazing kids fighting out there, you breathe, take it day by day, and time builds strength. And with strength, you build greatness. And when you lean on the support that surrounds you, anything, absolutely anything, is possible. Even miracles, like our son. So to Teddy, all the kids and parents fighting in Great Ormond Street Hospital, this one's for you. And London Royal Parks Marathon, we're coming for you. Moments and events as special as this don't come around often, and I know, as a father to Teddy and everything we have been through, how easy it is to let moments like this just blend into life and drift past without deeply appreciating the moment, appreciating the meaning, the why, the who, and also the where. I was under no illusion of how emotional this run was going to be for me. The reason and who we were doing it for was abundantly clear, but this run for us will be taking us on a route around London in which we walked so many times when we were in the darkest and hardest times of our life. All of the parks in London were our go-to whenever we had the luxury of being able to leave the hospital for an hour or two, just to get some fresh air and immerse ourselves in the feeling of being in the countryside like we have back at home, which we longed for on a daily basis. Every part of this route will hold a memory or a time on our journey in which we were there, and some of the parks in London are absolutely beautiful, but for us as parents have been tarnished with dread, pain and uncertainty, because at that moment when we were last in them, the enormity of the unknown about our future with our son was so overwhelming. So this walk over the forest was important to me. It was a stepping stone to be able to try and compute what we were about to do, but most importantly, appreciate it all and let myself feel those emotions, which is all part of the journey to healing, recovering and rebuilding. Wow, What a morning this has been. Literally thought I'll get out here for one last leg stretch. My training for this marathon has now stopped, and I got up at the crack of dawn with Willow to see this incredible sunrise and make sure I take in absolutely everything that we're about to do and the meaning behind it and the cause that it's for, and we're ready. So tomorrow, London Royal Half Parks Marathon, and all the children and kids and parents that are fighting on a day-to-day basis. Tomorrow's for you. Myself and Katie will put every last little bit of energy and effort that we have into this run, just to salute you guys and parents like us that have fought for their children. It's going to be a special day, guys. Let's do it. And this is a message out there to any parents that are currently going through any battle with their children. You have the capabilities. Take it day by day. Myself and Katie know firsthand what it feels like, and it is very, very tough. Just know that daylight always follows darkness, and it will come to an end. So stay strong. Take it minute by minute, day by day, and hour by hour. Breathe deep, smile wide, and you have got this. We arrived at the station with Super Ted in tow, boarded the train, and then it was time to fill up our energy reserves with some good old chicken and pesto pasta, ready for our big run. With Super Ted refusing to eat, he just sat and admired the views of London, as this was his first time being on a train, and he was loving it. We then received a good luck message from our little cub, who had just woken up and was ready to head to London to come and cheer us on.
Got up, Mummy and Daddy, in the bed. Love me up, Mummy and Daddy.
With our good luck message from the cub with a mouthful of potato received, we arrived in London, and we were heading to the start line, but the lazy bear whispered in my ear and said he wasn't going to take part unless we got him a taxi to the start line. Lazy bugger. So we jumped in a taxi across London and then arrived at the Royal Parks Half Marathon Village to get prepared for our run. We made our way over to the Great Ormond Street Hospital support tent to say hello, got into our running attire, then headed over to the bag drop-off point. Then it was official, we were ready to start the race. So we made our way over to the warm-up area and waited for our wave to be called so we could head to the start line. It was so amazing to see all the other people ready and prepared to run, but also doing incredible things to raise money for this amazing hospital. Even this man running with a washing machine on his back. Here we go. We're about to start the Royal Half Park Marathon to support the hospital that saved our son's life. Mile 1! What an experience. 16,000 people all selflessly going out of their way to raise money for charities. 16,000 people with a story and a reason to why they're raising that money. And for the first 3 miles, I found this whole experience so incredibly overwhelming, and I was struggling to fight back the tears. Everything I thought I would feel in this moment was exactly what I'd imagined, but so much deeper. Then, just as I was getting into my stride, we saw Teddy and our family waiting on the side of the road to cheer us on, and the floodgates were officially open.
Love you! Wait, see you on the way back up!
had to keep our composure and keep on stomping that road, and luckily this flailing shark put a smile on my face and reminded me of the reason that we were doing this was hugely positive. From one silly outfit to another.
Oh, look at you! That's cheating!
Hilarious. That's put a smile on my face. Mile number 2. Big Ben, the clock that used to chime in our ears as we cycled past it every day to hospital, not knowing what our day had in store for us. All these famous landmarks and triggering places kept coming, but ladies and gentlemen, so did the miles. We kept stomping and stomping and stomping, and nearly got taken out by a giant cello crossing the road. But we kept putting one foot in front of the other and just enjoyed this incredible and emotional experience. This one's a big one, it's the Gosh cheer station. Little energy boost. Thank you. Here comes the Gosh station. Mile 5, nearly past the halfway. We go again. Oh, this blister's coming on strong now. My ankle is ruined. My blister on my right foot. We're not even halfway yet. Over halfway. We are halfway. There's a sign back there that said, "Keep chafing your dreams." And 7 miles in, it made me and Kate chuckle. Look at that, 11:11. Always thinking of our boy. That's his number. And this is the exact reason why we're doing this race. We're just over 7 miles in now and we're starting to hurt, but we keep reminding ourselves of why we're doing this, and the support is absolutely phenomenal. Starting to hurt now, 4 miles to go. Again. The pain we were feeling was horrendous. The blisters, an ankle and knee pain, but nothing was going to stop us getting to this finish line. And more to the point, it's absolutely minute in comparison to what these children go through on a day-to-day basis when battling cancer. So we kept on moving. Last mile to go, and we are absolutely broken. As we looked around, everyone surrounding us was also in pain, but also we're doing it for people that are in more pain than we were and fighting for their lives. We were finally on the home straight and we had 800 metres to go. So close. As As we reached 400 metres to go, you could see us approaching the finish line with what I would say is the most adequate vehicle that ever could be following us in this moment.
Let's go!
There was no way on earth, after everything our son had been through, that he wasn't going to be coming over that finish line with us. As not me, nor Kate, but Teddy was the real hero, and he deserves every part of this incredible moment to be about him.
Super Ted coming through! I'm not gonna win! Let's go Super Ted! Let's go Super Ted! Let's go Super Ted! Let's go Super Ted! Running for Great Ormond Street! Well done Super Ted!
This was one of the proudest moments of our lives, carrying our son who battled for his life every day for 6 months over the finish line with thousands of people cheering him on. It was truly magical, and he deserved every second of it. We did it! That is us done. 13 miles, all done. Probably one of the hardest things we did, but a drop in the ocean. No, it is for these kids that just are fighting for their lives like our son Teddy. That's a perfect time to end that video there. We wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who donated. It truly means the world to us as the Bridge family. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. A huge thank you to all of our Bridge family members, and remember, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. Oh, and if anyone wondered what I ate after, I ate 1 baguette, 2 sausage rolls and a ginormous pizza. It's fair to say the energy was needed. Catch you in the next one, chaps.